Welcome everyone to the third match in the league, and it's some serious opposition as I'm facing the Necromantic Undead of the Harrowing Legion this game. High armor, good all-round stats, regeneration over the whole line, only securing the ball isn't their thing, but who needs that if you're a solid wall of dead guys? And bed sheets, he brought bed sheets, and if my ladies like frolicking in one thing, it's bed sheets. The team was currently in the lead of the league, only Fangs being third place before the game. And we started by rolling some favors of Nuffle that only had a very small inducement bonus, granting me 2 stilettos and one of his zombies ending up with -1 movement allowance due to greasy cleats. We did lose 10k for our treasury, though, as our accountant misplaced some orders for posters. As both teams set up, only Fangs being on the receiving end, some dodgy pre-game snacks reduced the stats on both Catcocks as well as on dummy-proof the Flesh Golem. And under a light breeze, the game was off for some hopefully decent results against the league leader. For a long time, the game went up and down, and nothing but some chaos happened, as neither side managed to force an opening in each other's lines. Which with my class was very frustrating. For some reason against Bjorn I can't seem to roll any higher than 7 on the armor value rolls. It happened today, and it happened past season in both games against his Amazons as well. He seems to radiate some kind of aura preventing dice to fall a certain way. Though he did score an early casualty as Stained Bedsheet initially seemed to kill Sabine Demonia, only to have the apothecary rush to her aid. As a result, she did suffer some dislocated fingers and a ruined nail polish. This means that not only will she suffer from -1 agility, not too dramatic as she is only intended to be a combat beastly woman, but also miss the next game as she needs a new manicure. Sabrina Sabak then went in like a madwoman and smashed rock hard into dummy proof, and while bowling herself over in doing so injured the Flesh Golem. He failed his regeneration and suffered a niggling injury as a result. One of our reporters got to learn afterwards that he even was fired from the team for falling so early in the game. But the pressure of the horrors kept mounting up, not aided by above-mentioned failure to break his armor, and soon the werewolf William was through the lines, the best efforts of my team making it unable to catch up to him unfortunately, and he duly scored a 0-1 for the Harrowing Legion, though the good news was that my KO ladies all woke up from their beauty naps. In the following drive, we tried to pick up the ball for a breakout. But, well, nothing really happened, and the referee blew for the halftime as we failed to reach his end line. And the second half would start, both teams had been cheered on by the fans, and more midline rummaging began. And it soon became a very frustrating affair for the ladies. Intent on folding the linen, the mighty Chaos Warriors all kept being turned off by just how dirty those opposing bed linen was. There was no way they would lay down on that and make a movie on top of it. The resulting refusal, I failed no less than 7 foul appearances in a row at this point, and the Minotaur started raging for 2 turns in a row to add insult to injury, gave him free play as my team was tied up to the flank. Stained Bedsheet profited from this confusion as a result, badly hurting Raven Black as she tried to get through his lines. And in an effort to create some last minute decent play, Katie West rushed into the bench sidelines, picked up the ball and threw a long bomb to the other side, which wasn't caught initially. But the ball bounced back right into the hands of Cat Cox. Unfortunately, he still managed to reach her and push her over, causing to lose the ball and a final chance of an equalizer as a result. Katie West was thanked for her daring play by being badly injured by foul bedsheet, but the game was winding down as the only chance we had left was to dodge in, throw an impossible pass to Sabrina Sabak, and hope that the Minotaur would make all the rushes. Yeah, we were that desperate in the last turn that we had to try and get a Minotaur to score a goal. But as yet another double skulls block, and that was my fourth one in this game versus none of the opposing side happened to make some room, this plan never came to round and the game ended in a 0-1 defeat. And so we lost, and it was frustrating. We failed to pass the armor regularly, some stunning KOs is about the best we managed after the early turn injury, and losing a quarter of the game of failing foul appearances in a row really ruined chances to try and break out for the equalizer. But all in all, even though we barely scored any star player points this game compared to the ocean of points from earlier games, we had that one casualty and that's basically all that we scored, we came out relatively unscathed. So yeah, Sabine Demonia has -1 agility and won't be present next game, but that is about it. All the side effects we suffer from this game, so we are still in an okay spot. And that brings us to our most viewed porn star. And for surviving her near-death experience and the fans cheering her so hard on to hold in there, Sabine Demonia, even though barely having been on the field, was the MVP of the game. Of course, all those camera angles and replays does help in upping the ratings. And when she will be back, she will now also have block to go alongside her claws. I also bought a third reroll post-game, as the missed next game of Sabine kept the team rating down a little for the next game, which will be either against the Skaven, should I need to not fill in at my Spirit event, or in 3 weeks against yet more undead in the form of the shambling undead team, the Graveyard Bullies, and their 2 mummies. But even after this non-game of advancements, we are still in 4th place in the league rankings, having played 1 or 2 games less than those immediately around me. This means we are still in a solid good position, and now with 13 points on the counter, I'm still en route to the estimated 35 points that I expect that will be needed to be certain of qualification. As a 15 team has signed up in the form of a Chaos Dwarf team, that means we have some points adjustments to that prospect, but we'll see where we are after, let's say, 7 or 8 games or down the middle of the road. Thanks for watching, I hope you liked. Give a bit of a like, subscribe, the whole regular drills, you know how it works. And I'll see you again for the next match report. Bye bye. Thanks for watching this video, and if you want to support me, check out the link tree above for all my channels so you can have a look there. Or my affiliate links, so there's a little kickback to the channel for more content. And if you really like, you can always buy me a coffee. Thanks and bye bye.